Welcome back, everyone, to the Preferred Office Machines post-game show. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golston with you, joined by the head coach of the Bulldogs, Kurt Westendorp. Final score, Ferris State wins it 104-45 over Grace Christian. Coach, got to be pleased with the way your kids came out, really performed well here in this ball game tonight.
They did a nice job playing with tempo. You know, you come back after Thanksgiving break, they get a few days off, so we needed, a good practice last night, a game like this to kind of knock off a little bit of that rust and just keep building the habits that we want to build. You know, we talked about running the floor, wanting to get up and down, and we did a nice job of that. Play with pretty good tempo, got contributions from everybody. I feel like we're pretty prepared to go into starting GLIAC play next week.
Really shared the ball well, 30 assists here in the contest, shot the ball well, and really did a nice job of setting each other up for some open looks here tonight.
Yep, those things go hand in hand. You know, we talked about ball movement as one of the things, one of our staples. You know, we're playing more four-guard looks than we really have in the past, where that ball's got to swing side to side. It's got to get up the court in transition. It's got to get inside and then be inside out. So usually when you're doing those things well, when the ball goes inside out or you get 2-3 reversals, the shots become a little bit easier, and those are shots that become assisted on. So 30 assists on 43 made baskets, that's really good efficiency for us.
Obviously, on the defensive end, you really made things difficult. You came up with 14 steals, held them to 22% shooting, so it was a tough shooting night for them, thanks in part to a lot of the defensive pressure.
Yeah, we did a nice job being opportunistic with those steals, getting our hands on the ball, just trying to make sure that we're playing just good, solid team defense. It's one of the things that we might have struggled at, quite a bit. I think in these first 4 games, we really played in spurts on defense. We had some quarters where we played really well, like at Cedarville. We had some quarters we played really well. UIS, some quarters we played really well. We just haven't put a full game of our defensive potential together yet. Tonight was a step forward in that direction, but we still got some kids that are learning those things, and it's an area that we have to definitely get better at going into next week.
Maybe talk about how much improvement you've seen out of some of these young kids here, seeing some action here over the course of the last few ball games.
Well, it's nice having some of those kids that have not been in uniform quite yet. Jolie hadn't been in uniform yet. It's the first time kind of coming off on a little bit of injury. Emma Skierbeck getting a chance to see the court a little bit. It's nice when those young kids have a chance to just get on the floor and see the ball go through the basket. There's so much that goes to that confidence. They know they can do it in practice, but getting to do it in this live game setting, a game such as this, it's great for those kids just to see the ball go in. All right, they got family, friends, they're able to see them in here, set some new career highs, build that confidence up that's not just in practice, but we're able to get some game film on them as well. So show them the things that they have to keep getting better at so they can be contributors to us when they're going to be called upon.
Of course, 2 home games here so far, and I'm sure the kids really love to shoot in here. They've been pretty impressive in terms of shooting the basketball here inside Wink Arena.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. And again, it kind of goes to that ball movement like you talked about earlier. You kind of hit the nail on the head. We've moved the ball well, and yeah, it's a comfortable setting. Wink Arena is always a great arena to shoot the ball in, but I think we got a team of pretty darn good shooters too. So we shot the ball pretty well down at UIS. Definitely did well against Northwood in that opening weekend. We just kind of were finding our feet. So I think this is going to be a dangerous team, shooting the 3 from the outside. Hitting. I think we had 15 against Northwood, 11 here tonight. We talked as a team. After that Northwood game, we're like, okay, yeah, that's a great shooting night, but that doesn't have to be the outlier. That can be the norm for us when we move the ball well, when we shoot it with confidence. We have a lot of different kids that can shoot it as well. So that kind of helps that you're not just relying on 1 or 2 different kids to be doing it all for you. We kind of spread it out amongst everyone. So I'm hoping that that north of 10 threes a game can kind of be more the norm for us and not the exception.
Of course, I know you'll enjoy this game for a little bit, but then right back into preparation for next week to start a GLIAC play, and a tough way to start it with Grand Valley State and Davenport coming in next weekend.
Yeah, we don't set the GLIAC schedule. We kind of get the email, open it up, and we're like, okay, we know what we have right away. So we've known as a team that we got to develop and we got to grow early, and having a chance to play them right away in game 1, it's better than waiting around for it, I guess. So you get to jump right in. We're a little banged up. They're a little banged up from injuries last year, but they're the number 1 team in the country. Last time we played them, it was a classic battle that went down to the wire. I'd expect nothing less out of Tuesday. We're going to have to raise our game up because they're playing really good basketball right now, just like we are, and I think everyone's going to be watching to see that result.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. Congrats on the win, and we look forward to seeing you guys again next week.
All right, thanks. Looking forward to it.